Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, this is Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. Y'all come on in the building. I am your host. Thank you for rocking with me today. I am a little late today on my 2:30 broadcast, but it is Christmas Eve. A lot of stuff had to be done on my day job. I am out of there. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is being safe. I hope everybody's been safe running around trying to get last minute gifts, trying to get last minute food, trying to get it all together. I'm going to take an hour with you guys and then I'll continue running around myself. But I hope everybody is having a great, happy holidays. Please, y'all know the drill. Come in the building, hit the like button, If you haven't subscribed to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, today we're gonna be talking about the ESPN Power Rankings. I know, yeah, I'm doing my rap today. I ain't even worrying about it, Jemima. I'm not worrying about my hair right now at all. I'm gonna wrap it up and keep it protected and do my thing. We're talking about today the power rankings for NCAA. UConn is back on the top. This is not the AP rankings. This is the power rankings. Last week, people did talk a lot about Texas surpassing UConn, but now UConn is back. I'm also going to bring up a little bit about the net rankings just to show y'all how everything just comes back into the picture. The net rankings is taking into account the algorithm, as we call it on YouTube, all the statistics and all that stuff. It always adjusts. That's what I was trying to tell people a couple of weeks ago when they was getting all upset. But first of all, we're going to talk about ESPN's power rankings. I'm going to bring it up here in a minute. And then after we talk about the power rankings, we're going to talk about some of the conversation that happened between Flau'jae and KeKe Palmer. I am a big KeKe Palmer fan, so I know it's going to be a nice, candid conversation, and she makes you feel so comfortable. So I am looking forward to listening to a little bit of what Flau'jae had to say to KeKe. She talked to her. I'm only going to focus on the part where she talked about coming back for her senior year. She also talked about the NIL money versus the WNBA money. And she also talked about keeping her legacy alive for her father in music. So I thought those parts were very important to me, so I am going to talk about that too. But first on the docket, before we get into Flau'jae and her interview with KeKe Palmer, we're going to talk about these power rankings. Like I said, UConn is back on top. I wasn't surprised that UConn got back on top. I mean, they are the defending champions. Hold on, let me share. Let me get up in here and share. Let me go back over here. They are the defending champions. Let me bring this over here like this. Yep. Why it looks so big? Anyway, I'm going to make it bigger. Hold on. Ooh. All right. We're going to talk. They are the defending champions, so I was not shocked at all when they moved to let me bring this over here so I can control it. I can look at both things at one time. Be messing with my emotion. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. See if I can make it a little bit shorter and bigger. Well, there we go. And then I'm gonna make this a little bigger. So always messing with my dimensions on this computer. All right, here we go, y'all. UConn is back at the #1 Power Rankings. I'm gonna read a little bit here, not too much though. The ESPN Power Rankings is just a performance metrics, serve as a critical barometer for assessing the team's performance. The battle for the #1 ranking is it's a fierce rivalry between UConn and Texas right now, because UConn is actually playing. Before it was a ranking of 2, but now they back to 1. In the next 7 days, they're going to play Butler on December 28th. But however, Sarah Strong entered her sophomore year as a consistent preseason favorite for National Player of the Year and has played at or above those expectations. Azzi Fudd has reached a new level beyond even her most outstanding player performance at this past April's Final Four. They are still undefeated. The UConn Huskies are still undefeated. Meanwhile, #2 Texas, who dropped from the top to #2, they're still undefeated too. They're 14-0, while UConn Huskies is 12-0. I got a question for the chat. Merry Christmas, Coach Marcus. How you doing? What's up, Chicago Cheetah? Now I know UConn, I'm gonna bring up their schedule here in just a minute. The difference between what I would say UConn and let me bring up their schedule from last week, because I want to know here we go. They played last week. The last game they played, okay. All right, that's what I thought. The last game that UConn played was Iowa. Iowa was ranked number 11. They beat Iowa 90-64. Matter of fact, Iowa didn't even have a chance against UConn. So to be honest with you, I am not shocked that UConn surpassed Texas in the power rankings, because Texas is still playing, as I like to call them, cupcakes. While UConn, let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure Texas didn't play anybody worth anything at the same time. Hold on. I just want to bring it up. Make sure I ain't lying to y'all, because I know I'm tripping. Forgot who Texas played. They played somebody. Yeah, I thought that's who it was. They played South Dakota State. So while UConn was playing Iowa, which in my opinion, that's a conversation for another day. But they was playing, while UConn was playing 11th ranked Iowa, Texas was playing Dakota State. So, which is another cupcake. So that, in my opinion, is why UConn surpassed Texas, because UConn didn't even Iowa didn't even have a chance in that game. No time during that game did you think that Iowa was going to mount some type of comeback to beat UConn. They just was overmatched. They were out-talented. They only lost like 90-64, but like I said, there was no match. Iowa was no match for UConn. Meanwhile, the Texas Longhorns were playing South Dakota State, which is another cupcake team. They, I think they only beat them by 70-51. So I think that is the reason why in the power rankings for ESPN, UConn reclaimed the #1 spot. So I think those rankings are correct, in my opinion. Hit the like button. Yep, and I agree with Chicago Cheetah. She said everybody's giving the benefit of the doubt to the defending champs. They prove themselves every time that we've had a question. Are they legit? Can't say the same thing about the Longhorns. Yeah, See, the Longhorns got propelled into this position because, and rightfully so, they beat South Carolina in that tournament that they had a couple of weeks ago. So rightfully so, and they beat UCLA. So they had those top wins, but right now Texas is just playing cupcakes. So the Power Rankings did adjust because of UConn playing Iowa, and they were a top 15 opponent. So every time, like Chicago Cheetah said, every time we had questions about UConn, are they back? Can this team, can Azzi, Fudd, and Sarah Strong lead this team? They've answered the bell so far, but I will tell you this. This is Keisha's take on that. In about a week or so, guys, what's going to happen is everything is going to come into view, because while UConn is going to be, how can I put it, in their conference play, which is, they're not in a great conference anyway, they are going to be kind of playing they're going to be playing some cupcakes in their season, in their conference play. Meanwhile, Texas is going to enter SEC play. And if they can get out of the SEC undefeated, which, guys, I feel like it's going to be hard for them to do, they'll probably stay at this number 2 spot. Because I'm going to tell you, the upcoming SEC challenges the Texas Longhorn has, they got back-to-back road games against LSU. They got a game against South Carolina. They got a game against Oklahoma is ranked. They got a couple of the Longhorns got, I'll just read them off here. They got Ole Miss, which I think they're not gonna have too much problem with Ole Miss, but then they'll have it gonna be a slugfest. Don't get me wrong, between Ole Miss, because Coach Yo gonna have that team ready to play, but they're gonna have LSU, talking about they ranked opponents in SEC play. They're gonna have LSU, then South Carolina, then they have LSU again, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee. Now, Tennessee then fell off. I don't know what's going on over there with the Lady Vols, but this gauntlet that the Texas Longhorns are going to have to go through is going to let these power rankings it's going to put these power rankings into view, because they are going to be battle tested. And no matter how many games UConn plays in their conference, it will not compare to the SEC conference. So Texas kind of, in my opinion, they control their own destiny. They just got to win. Winning is not going to be easy, though. It is not going to be easy. So that's number 1 and number 2. And we'll get to number 3, which is our Gamecocks. The Gamecocks stay at the power rankings of number 3. They are 12-1. They had that one loss to Texas. That's what put them at number 3. This snippet said, visiting the state of Florida was good for the Gamecocks, who beat 2 respected mid-major programs in South Florida and Florida Gulf Coast by a combined 121 points. I saw those games. The Gamecocks are clicking. They are scoring. Medina Okot returned from an illness with a pair of double-doubles, and Joyce Edwards followed a 34-point performance against the Bulls with 29 more against the Eagles. She only missed 6 shots in 2 games. Edwards and Okot appeared to have done just that. Stady said over Thanksgiving that her team still has some things to figure out. Edwards and Okot appear to have done just that. Who would have thunk it? I will say this. Joyce Edwards, guys, is having a hell of a season. I know all the talk was about Tanaya Lassie coming to this team, but it is the sophomore Joyce Edwards who is the show right now for the Gamecocks. So I'm gonna go look at their schedule right quick just to bring it into perspective. Everybody knows South Carolina has got to go through the gauntlet just like Texas. I expect them to hold on to that number 3 spot for a while because they are a great team, but the top 5 teams will beat up on each other while UConn is sitting over there in their cupcake conference. So I will say Joyce Edwards her and Okot have been playing very, very well. When they get to conference play, I think it's going to shift a little bit. Tanaya Lassie is going to be needed wholeheartedly, but right now it's the Joyce Edwards show. It is Joyce Edwards show, and Lassie is being she's been a great team player, learning everything that Dawn is trying to teach her. I don't think there's any problems with that. But I would just tell you the sophomore is rounding in to form in Joyce Edwards. I love her game. But she dropped Afro Puffs is dropping points out here for the Gamecocks. T. Camilla said, I walk right into the bullet of UConn and Cupcake Conference. Yeah, T. Camilla. Yes, they were basically, like B. Will say, UConn would basically be scrimmaging the rest of the season. That rest of the season until March Madness, until the tournament starts. That's why all this other stuff about cupcakes, I just let it roll off my back because I know what SEC play is going to be. The top teams about to sit here and beat up on each other. Number 3, South Carolina is number 3, but their road ahead is they got Texas, they got Oklahoma, they got Vanderbilt, they got Tennessee, they got LSU, they got Ole Miss, they got Kentucky. So that leaves them what they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more top 25 ranked teams to play before they end their season in South Carolina. That's what South Carolina got waiting on. Yes, they're gonna beat the devil out them teams. So yes, kudos to Joyce Edwards. I've been loving watching the way she worked. I think if they can get Okot, I can't wait to see Okot in conference play because she is a big presence down there in the post. And of course, y'all know I love Raven and Tanaya Lassie. It is going to be a very entertaining SEC play. That brings us up to number 4. Number 4 is the UCLA Bruins. I don't have no problem with this ranking. They're 11-1. It says, with nothing but Big Ten play remaining, the Bruins got their final tune-up with a 62-point win over Long Beach State on Saturday. 62-point win. God damn. The cupcakes. The biggest takeaway might have been the 14-point score by freshman Sienna Betts. Sienna Betts is back, y'all. The sister of Lauren Betts in just her second game. The first month of non-conference play, which included playing 4 ranked teams, was challenging for UCLA, and this jump back into conference action will be as well. 4 of the Bruins' next 5 games are on the road, and 3 of the next 4 are against ranked opponents. Let's go take a look at the see who UCLA got. So, UCLA staying at number 4 I'm not surprised by that either. Bet's sister just made her debut, so they trying to get her acclimated in everything. So this is gonna be, in my opinion, UCLA is going to be a different team than what we saw at the beginning of the year. I know they lost to Texas, and they lost to they just lost to Texas. That's what it is. I know they lost to Texas. They lost to Texas without Sienna Betts. So I know Sienna Betts is just coming along. Somebody said in the chat that she's on a minutes restriction, which is rightfully so, her coming off her injury. But she is going to bolster that roster that they have at UCLA. So the UCLA team we saw at the beginning of the season might be a little different than what we see at the end of the season. But guess what? The Bruins are going to be battle tested. And I'm going to tell you why. That's why for now they can stay at the number 4 spot, because they got coming up. I'm going to tell you what they got coming up, y'all. They got Ohio State, USC, Nebraska, Maryland, Iowa, Michigan State, and USC again. Now, I think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna have a problem with the game with USC is always a rivalry game. People always get ratchet up for that, but I think they'll beat USC. I think they'll beat Nebraska, Maryland, and Michigan. I can't wait to see those games. That's going to tell me what I need to know about these Bruins. And I also want to see how the Betts sisters work together. So I am very interested in that. But yes, they have a gauntlet too in their conference, because Ohio State, USC, Nebraska, Maryland, Iowa, Michigan State, and USC. They even got Washington in there, but Washington fell out of the top 25 when they lost. But yeah, it's not going to be easy for the Bruins. But I still feel like they should be in the number 4 ranking because I feel like they can beat these teams that's coming up. But we'll see. We'll see how Sienna Betts rounds into form and see how this works out. But that's number 4. That's US. That is what's going on with the Bruins. And then the number 5 stays number 5, which is my LSU Tigers. They are 13-0. In the next 7 days, they'll only play another cupcake, which is Alabama State on December 28th. When the first rolls around here, they'll be in conference play like all the other SEC teams. This ESPN says the Tigers are still scoring at unprecedented levels. They're 110 points against UT Arlington in another lopsided win. Sunday was only LSU's 8th best output of the season. They also led in field goal percentage and have 6 players, 3 of whom are guards, shooting over 60% on 2-point attempt. The caveat is the schedule, which has only had 2 teams with a winning record on it: Georgia Southern and Louisiana Tech. 1 more non-conference games awaits against 3-7 Alabama State before SEC play begins against Kentucky on January 1st. So again, the Tigers are going to stay at number 5 because they are the fifth team in the nation. I have no problem with that. They have been binging on cupcakes, as we have talked about ad nauseum in this chat. But all the cupcakes stop on January 1st on New Year's Day. They are going to roll up to Kentucky. Let me bring them up there. What they got next. Everything will come into view, guys. I promise you it will. Even for my Tigers. The Tigers got up. They next ranked opponents will be Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas again, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. So, and I agree with some of y'all in the chat. Look, in about 3-4 days, playtime will be over. we're going to see how the new look, because make no mistake, they are a new look LSU Tigers team, play against the gauntlet of the SEC. They have been, yes, be weird. They've been bitching on cupcakes. I told you they taste good. We've been having a good time. We've been high flying. One thing we know, we can score, but now we have to see if we can score against the best of the SEC. So I'm looking forward to it. Y'all know I will be covering. But I do agree with a ranking of number 5. All right, we're going to get to number 6. The Oklahoma Sooners. Hey, I was one of those people with the Oklahoma Sooners. In the next 7 days, they don't have any more games. But I was one of those people that was like, oh, I don't know about the Sooners. They looking a little shaky. But Oklahoma Sooners, they came, they just needed a little time to gel with their freshman, Aaliyah Chavez. I done caught a couple of games on her, and she has been as advertised. She is averaging, I'm talking about the freshman, Aaliyah. Let me make sure. She is averaging 18.9 points a game, 3.8 rebounds a game, 4.4 assists a game on 41% shooting. She had to play right away. And so I am proud of her. She was paired with Reagan Beers. I know at the beginning of the season when they lost to UCLA, we was looking at them sideways because UCLA just looked like they were just the better team on the floor. And Leah Chavez was struggling. But since then, they've run off a series of wins. And Chavez has looked better and better and better alongside Reagan Beers. They are another SEC team who are going to go through the gauntlet of the SEC. They got coming up ranked opponents of Ole Miss, Kentucky, LSU, South Carolina. God damn. They got them games back to back. Then they have Texas, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and that would be the end of their unranked opponents. But I like Reagan Beers is that steady force in the post. You know what you're going to get out of Reagan Beers? We're going to get to see how Leah Chavez handles the gauntlet of the SEC. But she is as advertised. Her game is nice to watch. If you haven't caught an Oklahoma game, sit down and catch you an Oklahoma game. Miss Jemima said, once you rattle Chavez, she can't play. She'll throw up any ball, so SEC will be hard for her. Yeah, and you know what, Miss Jemima? She's a freshman. That's why I said, it's hard. Hopefully, Reagan Beers, I already know what I'm going to get out of Reagan Beers. She's going to be down there in the post doing her thing. Aaliyah Chavez, she can get rattled, and it's SEC. We're going to see what we get. Because like I said, they got 4 games back-to-back, Chad, with Ole Miss, Kentucky, LSU, and South Carolina. Back-to-back. That stretch could either propel them or decimate them. Because it's going to be tough. So, and then 2 games after that, they'll have Texas and then Vanderbilt. So we shall see. Miss D says, Aaliyah looked better after Neepkin schooled her. Yeah, that was a little shocking, Miss D. That's why we was looking at her side eye, because we was like, okay, that's when they played UCLA, but she's looked better since that game. I'm gonna give her that. She's a freshman, so I give her complete grace. I expect, like Tula Play say, she's a little inconsistent, and I expect that because she's a freshman. So we'll see how she go through this gauntlet. But Sooners are still the number 16 because they only have 1 loss, and that was to UCLA. All right, number 7 is Michigan Wolverines. They are 10-1. They have one game in the next 7 days. That's at Oregon on December 29th. I'll read this excerpt for you. The Wolverines got a lot of attention for their 39-point win over Notre Dame. You remember that was at the beginning of the season. But the offense led by sophomores Olivia Olsen, Silas Swartz, and Mila Holloway is explosive and versatile. They rank in the top 20 in field goal percentage, points per play, and offensive rebound rate. That has led to Michigan scoring at least 80 points in all but one game and hitting 103 times. This Wolverine team can score. They can score. They at this number 7 spot. Like the excerpt said, they did get a lot of notoriety when they beat Notre Dame. They also took UConn to the brink. I love this team. It's still a lot of question marks for me, only because they are led by some youngsters. But hold on, let me see if I can get their scope. Okay. Let me see if I can look at their schedule, because what they got. Yeah, that's part of it too, Tula. Yeah, they talk about Silas Swartz a lot, but Mila Holloway and Olivia Olsen, that triplet is dynamic. So they can score. They are young. So I'm trying to figure out how this is gonna go. They're probably right now they're sitting at number 7. Yeah, okay, number 7. Coming up with ranked opponents, they're gonna face somebody from the SEC. So they're gonna face Vanderbilt is a ranked opponent. They're gonna face USC, Michigan State, Nebraska. They're gonna face UCLA. That's gonna be a good game. They'll face Michigan State, Iowa, Ohio State, and then Maryland to round out their season. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's gonna be rough. The only people that gonna be chilling is UConn with the cupcakes. Let me stop. That ain't right. So yeah, I like this. I don't know about y'all, but I like this trio that's with Michigan Wolverines. I can't wait to see what they do once they hit this conference play. Like everybody is saying, it's gonna be rough. All right, number 8. We about to get into it. TCU is number 8, y'all. TCU is number 8. They have no games in the next 7 days. The excerpt says the Horned Frogs fortified their unblemished non-conference season with a convincing 77-55 win over a solid Kansas State team in the Big 12 opener on Saturday. Olivia Miles had a season-low 4 assists, but also a season-high 29 points as she continues the best season of her career. Marta Suarez and Clara Silva, who combined with Miles for 65 points on Saturday, are also having the best seasons at TCU, which don't play again until New Year's Eve against BYU. TCU reloaded. That's all I got to say for this number 8 ranking. TCU reloaded, and they reloaded with a floor general and Olivia Miles. And as you can see, she can score or facilitate. And Suarez and Silva, Clara Silva, she's a big. I like her. I need her to get a little bit tougher, but she is technically sound. I love Marta Suarez. They are having the best seasons of their career. And that could be attributed to being on the floor with a floor general like Olivia Miles. I didn't say it. A lot of commentators are saying it. So TCU, I don't know how you keep reloading, but they have reloading. reloaded. So I'm okay with them being number 8 in this ranking because number 9 number 9 is Iowa State. They have no more games in the next 7 days, but Audie Crooks has been on a tear. I know people talk about Audie Crooks binging on cupcakes just like they do my LSU Tigers. I know. But everybody's eating cupcakes, and Audie Crooks is out here dropping 40-point games on cupcakes. And everybody else had the chance to drop 40 points, and they're not doing what she's doing. But I'm going to say this. The only thing that seems to be able to stop Audie Crooks from scoring are off days with the Cyclones will not have until December 31st when they visit Houston. Sunday's Big 12 opener in Ames against Kansas was more dramatic than expected. I watched that game. It came down to a wire. So I'm pretty sure they were scared, but Iowa State needed a 3-pointer from Kinsey Harris, the buzzer, and everyone across Crooks 41 points to survive the Jayhawks 79-76. That marked Crooks' third 40-point game of the season. They needed every one of those points, y'all. Every one. I'll just play this just for let's see what this is. You always got to add. Hold on. It's coming.
Iowa State's going to try to get the ball to Crooks.
Addy, Brown, kick for the win from Hare.
That's what it took to win it.
Merry Christmas to the...
That's what it took to win it, y'all. So look, the Cyclones say they stave off the upset to hold on to their ranking of 9. Only thing I would say is they can't become a team that's Audie Crooks or bust. They have some other talent on their team. They have to get everyone involved. So they have to get everyone involved. Chicago Cheetah say teams don't double Audie. Well, Chicago Cheetah, that's their mistake. I don't know what kind of coaching that is because she has proven over and over and over again that she can score. So if you're not doing that, I don't know what to say. You can't get mad at Audie because they're not doing what they need to do as coaches because that's crazy. Tulip said Keisha, she played 30 minutes and that was her second shot. The tactic is just give it to the big girl in the post. That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said before. I said, I understand kind of like Iowa State is kind of like UCLA for a while. They were just dumping down in the post. They cannot get to a point where they don't run their offense and all they doing is dumping it down because when they get to the gauntlet of their conference play, you're going to have to be able to win in different ways and not just one way. So that's that. Harbaugh say Cobalt and John are shutting down Crooks. Look, I can see it. But I'm with you. Iowa State, they cannot just do that dump down and that be their own offense. But I've seen it before because Corey Close was doing that for ad nauseum until you got to force Iowa State out of that, though, as a coach on the opposing team. So to Chicago Cheetah, if you're not doubling Audie, if you're not trying to get the ball out of hands, you get what you get. So that's it. All right, number 10 is the Maryland Terps. A lot hasn't been talked about them. They had some injuries at the beginning of the season. They are 12-0. Their next game is with Wisconsin. It says we still don't know the full impact of Schmeichel's season-ending injury because the Terps schedule has been softer than in previous seasons. The latest example was Friday's 98-30 drubbing of Central Connecticut State. God damn, 98-30. When they were led by Okinawa, now a starter after coming off the bench for 2 seasons at Duke. Okinawa has flourished in college sports. She has been Maryland's best player and put up 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists against CCSU. Again, with the Terps, I don't know if they fugazi, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know what to make of the Terps because just like they said in this excerpt, they haven't really played a whole bunch of people to give me, and then they lost Schmeichel, so I don't know what this new look Terps team is gonna look. I'll leave them where they are on the ranking, but I don't know. I don't know what I really got. I don't know what I really got from that team, to be honest with you. And they do have some ranked opponents coming up against Ohio State, USC, UCLA, and Iowa. So maybe we'll get it to round into form. But they are in a conference. They are at this 10th ranking. But guess what? We're about to find out in conference play who the Terps really are. Yeah, that's me, Miss D. They are what they call it. They're an enigma for me right now. I don't know what I'm getting from the Terps. So I'm gonna leave them at the 10th spot because that's what they say, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, Lucci is a problem. She is. I like her. Yeah, I agree. All right, number 11 is Vanderbilt. They are undefeated. The Commodores picked up 2 more wins against overmatched opponents with stars Michaela Bates putting up modest numbers by her standard, but she remains 5th in the country in scoring, 24 points a game. Another key asset to Vanderbilt's unbeaten start is freshman point guard Aubrey Galvin, the former Illinois Prep Player of the Year. Her 7.2 assists per game ranked 10th nationally, and her 2.9 steals per game, along with Blake's 3.4, give the Commodores one of the country's most opportunistic defensive backcourts. Yeah, Michaela Blakes and Aubrey Galvin have been phenomenal. They are undefeated. They're going to have to go through the gauntlet of the SEC too. I am a big Michaela Blakes fan. I don't think she gets talked about enough, but SEC play, I think, is going to show us all we need to know. I have no problem with them being number 11 on this list. Meanwhile, the Kentucky Wildcats, who my LSU Tigers are going to play on New Year's Day, are 12-1. Clara Stack has taken another leap forward in her second year at Kentucky. She leads the team with career highs of 16 points and 9.8 rebounds after a 26.7 rebound, 4 block performance in Friday's blowout win. The Wildcats' final SEC tune-up is Sunday against 2-8 Hofstra. Yes, we have that's pretty much all the undefeateds, Tika Miller. I think that's like maybe 12 left. So the Wildcats is another team for me. I don't know what I'm going to get. So I'm interested to watch this team on the first against LSU. Number 13 is Louisville Cardinals. Even though they 12-3, I love this team. The Cardinals have come a long way since the season opening loss to UConn. The improvement has been steady and incremental. The balance score that has become the hallmark of the Cardinals was front and center, but then Louisville dominated the glass 59-37. I love this Louisville Cardinals team. They did take some losses to some pretty good teams, but a lot of them losses was at the end of the game. They are in every game. Like they lost to UConn to start the season. They lost to Kentucky. And they lost to South Carolina by 2. Every game they get better and better. They one of them teams I think will end up being really good at the end of the season, entering into the tournament. So I like this Louisville team. They gave South Carolina Gamecocks all they wanted that night. That was a great game. But I need them to put it all together and finish down the stretch. All right, number 14 is North Carolina Tar Heels. They 11-3. The next game they have is Boston College. 1 week after falling out of the rankings, the Tar Heels are back in after business with Charleston Southern. North Carolina leads the ACC in 3-point percentage, 36% a game. Freshman Nyla Brooks led the way with 6 3-pointers on Sunday and is shooting 44% from deep on the season. The Tar Heels is another team it's an enigma for me. The Hawkeyes are at number 15. I don't know, y'all. This Iowa team, they say Hannah Starkey might have played her best game of the season with 7 points on 8 of 11 shooting, and point guard Chit Chat, right? I like Chit Chat. Played 35 minutes against UConn's relentless pressure and only turned over the ball 3 times while scoring 16 points. The 90-68 loss to UConn was discouraging, especially coming just 10 days after the loss to rival Iowa State. But there were encouraging signs with the important first month of Big Ten play looming. I like Chin Chat on that team. I like Stokey. I need a little bit more from her. The Hawkeyes are 10-2, and they sitting at the 15th. The last team in the rankings is Notre Dame. Notre Dame and Hannah Hidalgo are 9-2. They beat the hell out of some cupcake team in Bellarmine that pushed the Irish into the rankings. Disheartening losses by Baylor, Tennessee, Ole Miss helped elevate Notre Dame. That isn't to say Notre Dame hasn't been impressive. Hannah Hidalgo recorded the program's first 30-point triple-double in the 70-point win and had her second game of the season with double-digit steals. What might be even more important for the long-term success of Notre Dame, which has won 6 of its past 7 games, is that senior Cassandra Prosper has scored 20 or more points in 4 consecutive games. I will say that I have said this over and over and over ad nauseum with Notre Dame. Prosper coming in was a top recruit from high school. They have to get her involved. It is not lost on me that now that in the last 4 consecutive games, she's starting to score and they starting to look better. Hannah has got to involve the rest of the team. She has to if they're going to go any further. I like the Notre Dame team, but like I said, Hidalgo has to involve the team. It was times when Prosper, I didn't even realize Prosper was in the game. And she's a big. So that last little gauntlet, like, I don't know what Neil Ivey out here trying to do, but she needs to continue to get her teammates involved. If she does that, it's going to alleviate some of the pressure off of her, and she can do her thing. She can steal the ball, she can facilitate, she can score. She can do all those things, but she has to be conscious to make sure the rest of her team gets going. She has to make sure they get going, because they're about to go into conference play. It's not as bad as some of the rest of the team because they just have, they do have North Carolina, Louisville. They have UConn again. Oh, damn. They got UConn again. Wait a minute. Did they not have UConn? No. Am I looking at the right thing? Hold on. Did I hit the women or the men? No. Yeah, no. They played UConn. So they lost to Michigan, and then they lost to Ole Miss. That's who Notre Dame lost to. But coming up in unranked opponents, they have North Carolina, Louisville. Louisville is going to be tough. North Carolina is that enigma team. I got to see more from them. Then they got UConn. They got a 3-game stretch where they play North Carolina, Louisville, and UConn. So we're going to see how that goes. And then they play Louisville again for the last game of the season. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I don't know why I thought they played them before now, but I must be thinking about another team. This will be their first time playing UConn, which will be on January 19th. But again, she has to get her team going. So, like I say, I don't have any problem with the rankings. As we roll into conference play, guys, everything's gonna come into focus. Everything's gonna come into focus. I promise you, it will. It'll come into focus. The only thing that won't come into focus is the cupcakes that UConn will be binging on. Never mind. I'm sorry, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I am going to transition so I can go in here and talk about Flau'jae, talking about NIL deals and all that good stuff. Let me bring it up. Y'all hit the like button. We're going to talk about my girl Flaw and see what she had to say to my girl KeKe Palmer. Hold on, make sure I get it. Okay, hold on. Let me get through the commercial. Oh, who done came up here? The ball? You came in just in time.
Man, I don't know what the hell you talking about.
I said,
I'm just here because
I'm about to talk about Flau'jae and KeKe.
I'm just here because I seen your mama in the chat. You know I love some Jamama.
You said
Yeah, that's my favorite person.
Oh, we can talk about it after I talk about Flau'jae. I know they got some new players. Talking about the Gamecocks just signed it's a young lady. I forgot her name. I know they just signed Jersey Robinson. Congratulations to the Gamecocks for getting Jersey Robinson. She was a top 5 in high school. So the Gamecocks got them, and then they got Alicia, which I think she's an international player. Hold on, let me pull it up right quick because I don't want to be lying. Yes. And I like Jersey a lot. You know.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. They be talking about they can't hear me. They do that every single time when I be.
You be sounding low sometimes. You gotta talk with your chest.
You know what? See, you can't make fun of me when you look like a prison bandit. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
you look like one of them booty bandits in prison.
Look, let me tell you something. You need to talk like you said with your chest. That's what you need to do. Hold on, here we go. Before I get to Flau'jae, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get it to go. Of course, it's gonna have a commercial. Yeah. Why y'all mess with my emotions? I just want to play. Look, I just be wanting to play the minute clip. That's all I be wanting to do.
I want to say hello to the chat because the chat say hello to me. I love the chat.
Oh, do they really love you?
Well, it's most people's.
I don't know if you really, really love. Yeah, he is low. He need a good marker info. They told me to get you one for Christmas.
Dang.
You need some. See, they hear me. I be booming.
I got you. I know what I need to do.
Somewhere that builds professionals. There's a couple of schools that come to the top of my mind when I think about that. But before we get there, Jersey, is there a player that you're such a student of the game that you have been watching tape of that's helped to mold the woman you are today?
Absolutely. You know, you have your greats, you have your LeBrons, your Mikes. For me, as I get older, I think it's Kobe.
Yeah.
Studying the footwork, his fundamentals, his back to the basket game, his fadeaway, studying a lot of things like that. I think it's definitely grown my game.
I love that. I love that. And so many players evoke Kobe Bryant, both on and off the floor in terms of the mentality. And I can feel that coming from you. All right. Are you ready?
I am.
Jersey, it is the moment that everybody has been waiting for here. The floor is yours. Where will you be playing college basketball?
Most importantly, first off, I got to thank the Lord. He's been my strength, my peace, my guidance through everything, the ups and downs. I got to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, my family, my support system who has sacrificed time, long hours, long nights, just to be there for me and to guide me in what I love. And then anybody that's poured into me, from Arizona to Cali to Hawaii. I've had family, I've had coaches, I've had parents, I've had just people who have had my back and have guided me along the way. And with that being said, I got the garnet, I got the black cat threes on. I'll be committing to the University of South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am! The University of South Carolina. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I cannot, when you were listing programs, it was like, all right, there's a place and a coach that absolutely comes to mind. And Jersey, speaking of that coach, you sent a video to your future head coach, Don.
Hey, I am happy for Jersey. I know Chicago Cheetahs say a lot of people said the LSU Tigers missed out, but the reality is when you look at our backcourt in terms of what we have next season, I consider it a win. I agree with Chicago Cheetah. I think people, the Tiger and Gamecock fans, that's all they do is argue online all day, every day, 10 times on Sunday. But the reality of it is the LSU had the number one recruiting class last year, 4 of them. So Jersey made the best decision for her because our backcourt is a little crowded by that class from 2025. But I digress. I just give y'all the facts. So I think she did the right thing going with the Gamecocks because we was in the running too. She talked to Kim. I think who she was, her last 4 picks the ball was LSU, South Carolina, UConn, which are all great programs. So
Blue Buds.
Yeah, so she went where she can make an immediate, in my opinion, she's a 6-foot guard where she can make an immediate impact, and she trying to play. Right now. Right, right when the season. We'll see how Don works with that, but I think that leaned into her decision. For LSU, like I said, we had the number one recruiting class last season. Those ladies are out there playing right now. 2 of them are already playing as freshmen. So, yeah.
I remember her. She was at the South Carolina football game on the side of Asia.
Yep. Yeah, I like her game. Trust me, I like her. But yeah, I wasn't shocked. How can I put it? But I know you Tiger and Gamecock fans, y'all just like to cause problems. So Look, Tula Play say Keisha was Raven. Tanai graduated. They needed a guard badly. Of course. Yeah. Tanai Lasson is leaving. Raven Johnson is leaving. Dawn needs to reload, in my opinion. And she reloading. I don't expect her to do nothing less. She is the great Dawn Staley. So let's move on. Here we go. Huh?
I said, yeah.
She the great Dawn Staley.
I heard she's not having a good season so far.
Who, Dawn?
Yeah. She's not having like the normal seasons that she normally has.
The team doesn't seem... The team is coming to a form. I'm going to put it to you like this with the Gamecocks. No matter what they look like in the beginning of the season, don't you dare count them out.
Yeah.
Because the Gamecocks got Joyce Edwards. Like when Jersey come, Joyce Edwards will then be a junior. She's got a lot of bigs. And Tanai Latson came from Florida State. She's not giving you the same offensive output as she was at Florida State, but that's to be expected because it's a different conference. SEC is tough, man. So we'll see. She had to integrate that new piece. You know, Malaysia Flau'jae left. She don't have that punch off the bench like she used to. But Dawn is gonna adjust like she always do.
But ain't Joyce ain't that's the person that keep getting injured?
No, Joyce is always there. She a sophomore.
No. It's Watkins. That's what I'm thinking about. Ashley Watkins.
Yeah, you talking about Ashley Watkins. Yeah, she actually took off time this year to get her mind right. But yeah, no, Joyce Edwards is like Sarah Strong. She's really, really good.
But yeah,
she a sophomore.
Yeah, Ashley Watkins keep getting injured. That's
the
one that
Ashley Watkins.
Yep.
The big. Remember, she had the incident, then she got hurt, and then she was supposed to come back this season, but she didn't come back. She said she needed to get her mental together, and then they also lost Chloe at the beginning of the season. She tore her ACL, so Dawn is having to reshuffle some things and get stuff together. But by the end of the season, Gamecocks gonna be informed. You don't even have to worry about it because they are being led by the great Dawn State. I'm a Tiger fan. Don't mess with Dawn. She'll have you looking stupid at the end of it.
Yeah, like Chloe, she got a sister, right?
Yeah.
Her sister played. It's like Chloe Pitts or something like. What's her last name?
I always forget that girl last name. Why you be asking?
That's the one.
Chloe. Chloe Kitts. That's her name.
Yeah, Chloe Kitts, because she got the black boyfriend.
I just call her Chloe. I think she broke up with him.
Yeah, because she was at the draft.
Yeah, I think she broke up with him. I could be wrong.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Yeah, because that was the one that picked Angel over Caitlin for Rookie of the Year, and you know what I'm saying, them MAGA fans got in their feelings.
You better.
I guess they supposed to be on cold. You know, they said we supposed to be on cold, but I guess white people supposed to be on cold.
No, Chloe said I'm gonna pick who I think is better. Yeah, Jemima say Kit's sister is at Ohio State. She is. Yeah.
See, there you go. Now you can hear me, Jemima.
Yeah, she can hear you now. All right.
Damn.
Look, I can't be up here all day. Hold on, I got to get into KeKe and Duval's favorite girl, Flau'jae. Hold on.
Yeah, I just like a mama.
They're gonna talk about it. Hold on, let me see if I got that spot. Oh, okay, I'm gonna start here then. Oh, they always doing some commercial, y'all. Just hold on a minute.
So we talking KeKe Palmer?
And Flau'jae, you know good ninja. Hold on.
KeKe Palmer always in some shit. Every time I turn around, her name is in something.
Hold on, I'm trying to wait till she finish. You so crazy. I'm trying to wait till she finish this promo or whatever this is. What is this?
Invites filling up on your calendar, you're going to need multiple fits for all these functions.
She talking about Ross. We
Yeah, she look like she got a Fashion Nova jacket on. I don't know why.
We don't want to hear about no Ross.
You got too much money for that, KeKe.
She take them endorsements wherever they be.
You got too much money
for
that.
You tripping. I ain't got too much money for them. All right, here we go.
Yes, my mom negotiates all of my NIL deals. Every deal I've ever had, she negotiated. She had the tables with the big dog. Yes! Got the gift of gab. Mama didn't have no experience going into, but I'm just like, ain't nobody gonna represent me better than my mom. Like,
no.
Nobody gonna have your best interest better than your mom. Mama ain't worried about getting a check on the back end. Mama ain't mama going, hey, what's best for my child? So like having her in my corner, tens. Now, figuring out how to work together, a whole nother story. You know, bro, we went through this phase in high school. You know the phase.
Girl, I know the phase.
Oh, you know the phase. You know what I'm saying? I think I know everything. She know everything that I think I know. And I had to start listening to my mama.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
I had to start listening.
To really shut up.
Yeah, I had to start listening because I started like, okay, my mama did say that. And then it happened. And she was like, oh, some producer tell you, but when I tell you, you don't want to do it. I'm like, all right. But yeah, I had to just start listening for real. And just, just kind of give my mom respect. I'm like, my mama doing big deals. Like, she know what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I mean, speaking of the big deals, like we were saying, I mean, you've inked over 40 NIL deals and become one of the highest earning student athletes. I mean, that's kind of crazy. And we've seen on The Money that your mom is making smart moves.
Yeah.
And like, you guys aren't just thinking about what's happening in this moment, but thinking about it long term. I mean, how are you thinking about it when you think about building your future and having these collaborations? Like, what mindset did you have to jump into?
Oh my God, I get like sometimes I check my bank account and I get scared. Like,
Girl, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I bet.
Like, bro, I've never had this much money before. Like,
very spooky.
I don't ever, like, I don't, like, bro, like, my mama, she play tricks on me. I don't get to see my bank account all the time. She do, like, period check-ins, like, hey, look what you got now. You better keep working type job like that. But when I see it, I'm like, wow, like, I don't want to lose it. Like, I don't want to be like to everybody else and athletes getting $100 million contracts then go bankrupt. I'm like, no, how can we create some wealth? And then for my little brothers, I'm like, my little brothers, they live a totally different life. Like,
girl,
they live a totally
that's like
different.
Me and the twins, my little brother and sister, they are very much so living a different
life. They live a totally different life. So I'm like, I just got to keep going for generations. So I try to invest. My mama set me up, bro. She 20 acres. She brought me 20 acres of land. Well, I told her I wanted to buy some land, and she bought 20. And I was like,
that's
dang.
Incredible.
Exactly. Now we building developments. We about to build a whole community, like on the land.
Oh my gosh, that is so dope. I really love real estate and stuff too. I mean, everybody has their thing of what they be thinking about. They want to. Some people are in the stock. Some people are in, but I do love real estate. I love land because that stuff can appreciate and then you can pass it down. I don't know. It feels much more real and tangible. Yes, exactly, girl. So shout out to moms. When was it for you that you feel that financial literacy hit? Because I talk about it all the time, like economics. I mean, it's not really in schools enough for us to really know what's happening. I mean, you have business managers, but then there's so many different types of business management. And what is your business?
Right.
So it's like, how did you start getting yourself to be understanding that?
It's crazy you said that. My 12th grade year.
Let me stop for a minute. Let's give a shout out to old Kia Brooks that takes a lot of flag to ball, but over 40 NIL deals for her child. She doing something right.
First of all, they both trauma bonded over momagers, because she got a momager too, KeKe Palmer.
Yeah, she do.
And so they both trauma bonded over that. So that's why they relate to each other. And secondly, like I said, that woman has a great business mind. Like I said, I'm talking about Kia Brooks. Like I said, she's doing some stuff for Paige too. So she just, her flaw is she just needs to be a mom and not speak so much publicly about her daughter's locker room situations. That way she could don't have bridges burnt because of, her speaking out of turn when it comes to locker room issues. That's why I think goes wrong with Miss Kia Brooks. You know what I'm saying? So, but her business mind, she's doing a good job as far as Flau'jae NIL deals and like I said, what she's doing for Paige Bueckers, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna get some more clients because, like I said, again, success stories of them too. I just feel like my biggest fear is, like I said, she speaks out of turn when it comes to stuff that's not concerning her when it comes to her daughter's locker room situations, and most importantly, I hope, and I sincerely hope, not down the line that her and her daughter don't have a fallout because, she's mismanaging her situation.
I think, because you heard Flau'jae, because it's hard. It's hard when your mama's your manager, and especially when you're going through your teenage years, and your early years of life, you had odds with your mama. You think you know more than her, and all this, that, and the other. To let her get in the background and work, to have that complete trust in your mama, even though she get on your nerves, Devon. It just speaks to all the momagers out there. They mean well, Devon. It's just sometimes they come across the wrong way, but they gonna do the best thing for their child, and also they gonna do the best thing for their job, because I'm pretty sure Kia in business is different when it's Kia the mama, and I think sometimes she let the two roles blend, and she's got to kind of separate herself from the mama role, especially in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I agree. So hold on, we're gonna play a little bit more. Hold on.
High school, bro, like we had a small little terrible course, cartoon talking about debit or credit, financial woo-woo. It was like a week-long course, right? Literally. And I'm like, it intrigued me because in my mind, I'm broke right now, but I'm finna be rich. So I need to know about this.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta understand. So I start reading my own books. I start watching like more podcasts, Earn Your Leisure, like stuff like that, just to kind of understand
you
what's
better
going
research.
on, And then when I got to college, NIL came, I started getting money, and they started giving us people. And then I was like, bro, I gotta educate the people. This year, I did an NIL deal with Experian, and we relieved $5 million in debt for 5,000 families in Louisiana. And every time I won a basketball game this year, it was 100,000 added to the pot in the tournament, and we had 6 games. So we end up like relieving $5.6 million in debt. And I'm doing now a financial literacy whole thing program, whatever is coming, but just about helping people in our community, just about financial literacy and things like that. So once I learned about it, and I'm still learning, I was like, bro, I gotta share this information so people understand how to use their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I love what you say, because those are my favorite type of collaborations. Like, anytime I can collaborate with someone, they can help me give back to the community. You can count on your girl to be involved. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. Like, we helping me, but how I'm helping my people. How
am I helping my people? And I always wanted to do a deal like that because I'm like, bro, like, okay, I'm gonna get my money, cool.
Yeah.
But like, if you can really help people, like, I hate a deal where it's like, yeah, we're gonna give to this charity, but nobody ever really
heard of it.
No, like, but this, I seen videos. The girl made a video on like, Flau'jae, this your face on the mail? She was like, bro, you just changed the things for me. I was like, wow, like, that's what I want to do. I want to impact real people.
That's a good partner. That's a really good partner. What is one lesson? I mean, you might have already said it, but if there's something that you could say, a little tidbit to a young person that's just getting their money stuff going or trying to figure out, what advice would you give them on financial literacy?
Texas is feeling
good ninjas.
While we're on the commercial thing, I want to say this about Flau'jae.
Go ahead.
First of all, I think she went to the Jackie Young School of, I think she went to the Jackie Young School of Identity Politics. And I'll tell you what I mean by that.
Oh, Lord.
Flau'jae, I don't know what side you on. Is you right-handed or left-handed?
Who cares?
I want to know. 'Cause we hear she's straight, but then sometimes she look like she can be on the other side. If you're on the other side, come back home.
You a hater.
It ain't never too late to come back home. I'm gonna tell Jackie on, come back home. I'm telling Azzi Fudd, come back home.
They don't want to come back home to you.
They come back home, they ain't too late. Cause she a gorgeous woman. Her skin pops. She's really gorgeous. And so
I like Fla.
I think she got a lot of potential. So come home if you're on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never too late.
She got a boyfriend that plays football at LSU.
I hear that. But sometimes, you don't know.
Whatever. Shut up. I'm pressing the play. Uh-oh. You done messed me up.
Like, don't even use your debit card for like, just, use your credit. Pay them people back on time.
Yeah.
But also just don't spend more than you have. Like, I'm so cheap, y'all. Like,
no, legitimately.
I'm so cheap. Like, my bro was like, this Chrome Hearts. I said, baby, this is Forever 21. Like, I don't play. Like,
that's my daughter.
Like, I did a couple of erratic purchases. Yeah.
I mean, have your splurges, but it's like your splurges should be making sense to what you got in the account.
Right.
You shouldn't have to be getting more debt in order to have the splurge. Your splurge should be within the amount of
in the parameters.
In the parameter,
yeah. But just save. Like, just save.
And they got so many good boutiques now. You don't even need to.
Literally.
The boutiques is what's tearing me up. They keep showing them to me on the algorithm.
No, literally. On TikTok shop too, I'll be like, bye.
Girl. And you be just like, oh, it's just $20.
It's just 20.
Nah, it's $100. Because I played around.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anyhow. Now, I mean, I feel like when I was younger, women's sports didn't get half of the attention that it's getting now. And it really makes me so happy because I remember when I was a kid, my first album, So Uncool, I would literally be touring with the WNBA, performing at their halftime show.
What?
Yes, y'all got to go and look that up on YouTube.
Yo.
Your girl was like, yes.
I did not know
really
that.
Happy to see. I mean, the attendance is way up. LSU, the games feel like a freaking concert.
It's a movie.
Do you feel like the NIL actually helped to boost that spotlight? Like, is that a part of what has changed? Like, I'm sure it's more than one thing, but what do you think has, was it the deals and the camera? Like, what made it more popular now because I mean, the women have been killing it.
Yeah,
You
literally.
know what I mean? The game was always gaming.
I can't put my finger on it, bro. I'm gonna just say social media, right?
Pause that
With the
shit.
whirlwind
Pause
of
it.
can we
NIL,
let
with the
her
whirlwind
finish?
of just players being able to now show their personalities on and off the court. So I give social media a lot of it because now people are invested in the players' lives. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what she posted on TikTok? What she wearing? What she this? So I think it's different, but I think it just all kind of just whirlwind into a big moment. And then now you have superstars and now you have all type of things. So, I mean, I think the women's sports is just on the rise. Not even just basketball, women's sports. And so, you know, I think it's just important that we just keep amplifying it. But you got to buy in right now because it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Now,
Pause
what
it.
you want to say?
Pause it, because she's lying. I don't
No,
like no
she
liar.
ain't.
I don't like no liar, because they had social media out in 2020. They had social media out in 2021. They had social media out in 2022. Nobody ain't give a damn about women's basketball like that. We know what changed this shit.
You was talking about women's sports in general.
Nah, we know what changed the game.
And
we ain't finna lie.
I'm going to let you finish, and then I'm going to debunk you.
Yeah, we ain't finna lie. We know what changed the game. When we got Jill Biden speaking, well, Iowa should be at the house too because, you know, they was in the game as well. We know what changed the game. That would change the game. That would put a spotlight on women's basketball, college, and pro. Well, I say college, you know, say more so. I say more so WNBA did the college. You know, college still had their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, they not finna sit there and lie and say and talk in circles. We knew what changed the game.
You knew what changed women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Women's sports was changed, in my opinion, due to NIL deals, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the highest paid NIL person on that campus was not a basketball player.
It was done on gymnastics.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And gymnastics used to have not so many people coming to the meets, and now they are sold out at LSU based off of when they started getting out there to sell to people, and they realized women can, which was kind of silly. Women can really sell products. They are the best people to sell products. Mm-hmm. You can have NIL deals and actually invest in these women and actually give them money to represent your brand. Sports in itself, women's sports in itself took a boom, and it wasn't just from the Caitlin and Angel moment.
It boosted that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. By Dunn, she was the highest woman paid NIL player, and
she's not even playing nothing, you know, because she graduated. She's still making millions.
And she not her, but they had like some twins. I think the Miami twins.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing their thing, but we know.
And the track stars. I mean, I think people forget that Sha'Carri Richards was an LSU track star
before the Olympics.
Yeah, she was. I think people forget the whole thing. She was supposed to go to the Olympics, and then she had to, you know, she had to smoke that, you know,
that ganja.
Yeah, and remember she blew up like because of. Yeah, I think people forget all of this. That Sha'Carri Richards, because she's from Dallas, was on the international stage before all of this other stuff happened. And she was an LSU athlete.
Yeah, she was because she was in the 22 Olympics.
Yes, but she blew up so well that she went pro. Like she only spent 2 years at LSU because the amount of deals that were coming out for her to turn pro was too good to pass up in track.
Because she'll smoke on that Buffalo Soldier.
And everybody was like, why you? Because she was supposed to, not this last Olympics, she was supposed to go 4 years before that. But the ganja and them hating got my girl, you know.
Yeah, got kicked out the paint.
She got kicked out the paint when she was supposed to go in her absolute prime. So I'm just telling you, I get the whole Caitlin Angel thing, but Olivia Dunn was walking around there just TikTok, and she did all this because I used to watch her manager, which was her sister, build this brand from scratch for her. And she was not even the best gymnast on the team.
Nah.
Not even by a long shot.
Nah.
But her sister connected with the audience, and she's still her manager to this day. So, you know.
I know.
Duval.
Well,
women's sports in itself, ADP says Shikari is a baddie. Women's sports in itself is blowing up. I get you where you're coming from. The moment for women's basketball, I put it to you like this. College basketball and March Madness always had an audience, right?
Yeah, they had a niche audience.
They had a problem with, once they left college, bridging the gap with the WNBA. I would say this. The NIL deal still helped bridge that gap. Because even though you had that moment with Angel and Caitlin, because they were everywhere to help them, you know, because brands were invested in them. Because just think if you didn't have that and you just had that moment and you didn't see them no more. No, we saw Angel Reese everywhere.
Yeah, she did the the media run. She did the athlete first, but I think they changed the name of their show
because you could pay them now. You know what I'm saying? She could go on those runs, as before when NIL wasn't in place. She couldn't. She had to stay in that bubble that they kept college athletes in.
But you gotta think about this: when after that moment happens, it wasn't just like she went to athlete first, which is like a podcast. Then she went to what's it called? Good Morning America. Her and Flau'jae went to Good Morning America. Unlike, you know what I'm saying, unlike Don Staley, Mookie know how to step back and let her stars be stars. You know, Don Staley like to take over the spotlight. And then they be wondering why, you know, say Leah Boston.
Yeah, Don Staley going to the interview.
Yeah, then they wonder why we don't like a Leah Boston or nothing like that, because, you know, it'd be Don Staley's fault. So Dolores and C-Mac and all y'all, South Carolina fans, y'all blame Don Staley. Don't blame me. Don't blame us Angel fans for your players being anonymous. That includes you, Asia Wilson. Don't blame us. Blame Don Staley. She wanted to be a player hater. Player hater. That's what Don Staley wanted to be. A player hater. She said no. She said, y'all ain't going to be Rosa Parks. Y'all not going to be on the front of the line. Y'all going to be in the back of the bus. I'm going to be in the front of the line. That's on Don Staley. Stop.
I don't even know why y'all take the ball serious, y'all. I don't even know why y'all listen to this man and take him serious. He is always stirring the pot because he can.
So, Don Staley, stop taking the interviews after you win. Stop. You and Plies, stop taking all the interviews after you win. Let your players.
That Plies too.
Ply be all on the TikToks. Ply be all on the Instagram. Ply be all on the Twitter timeline. You know what I'm saying? They be collaborating together. How they gonna play and keep everything in house and don't let the players shine. That's on Don Staley hating ass.
You ain't no good. We gonna hear some more before I get up out, because you ain't no good. Don, these comments are not necessarily the thoughts or the thoughts of the host. This is of the co-host who's up here acting crazy. Here we go. Hit the play. They say you need some dentures. We moving on. Pressing play.
Yeah, I mean, and it also is interesting to me too, because like once you guys go pro, sometimes there's a big discrepancy in the pay.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is what is the reason for that? And did that kind of help you make your decision of not wanting to go pro so soon?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, this year they're negotiating the CBA, so they're bargaining about, you know, payment and, you know, other things like that. And so,
you know, somebody that no matter what they do, it always turns out.
So sick of this. Okay.
I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm chill. I'm good in college. You know, I'm making a lot of money. But they still figuring out the CBA. So I was just like, and then they might go on strike. Like I seen that too. Like they literally might go on strike.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, yeah, no, they don't really have it together right now. I'm gonna stay an extra year.
Yeah, you just want
But
to see what's going on.
The money though, like, going into the WNBA, like, just how it is right now, like you not finna.
And what is the reason? Like, is it just because you guys can't take as many deals, or is it like what?
But the salary is just the salary. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I be telling people like, bro, my partners that I work with in college, we cool. That's just gonna become a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna become an endorsement.
Exactly. So that's why in my mind, I'm like, the salary is the salary, but the endorsement deals should be able to remain.
Yeah, for sure. I think people got a lot of misconfusion about that.
Right.
For sure.
But I do hate the discrepancy of the pay wage, because we got NBA players that's like $10 million and up, and then the women are like 100 to 200,000.
Bro.
It's so insane.
Cooper Flag new deal is like $60 million. Like he was the number one pick. I think it's like near 60 million. And like the number one pick for the WNBA, it's like 150.
But the funny thing, it's terrible, and I hate that. But I do like the point that you're bringing up, because it's the same thing for our discrepancies in our industry, like where we get how we get to pay with our salaries and the comparison to males or even racially differences.
Yes, I seen that.
But the truth also is like the brand deals are the brand deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the salary can be one thing, and that definitely should be continued to be fought. But don't get it twisted, because people are making their money
literally
a lot of other ways, more than you would expect them to be. So it's kind of like, while we want to get those system changings, I do want to also tell people, like, there's no one way to skin a cat. Your money don't have one door to come into.
Now that is a fact. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, if you build your brand right now in college, you will make.
I love how the legs ended up turning.
Yes, because you turned me up a little bit.
Because it got, because you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, like,
girl.
And I always see like the stories about like Taraji P. Henson and the actors and the pay cuts, and so they're very, very interested in that. But yeah, man, like if you build your brand, if KeKe Palmer dropped into college basketball right now and you said you were a star basketball player, even if you weren't a star, KeKe, you will make a good 10 mil.
And that's why I tell people, that's why I always try to put, when I changed my career from just being a traditional actor and I started working on my social media content creating and my brand, it all changed.
Bags everywhere.
And so it was like, then it became a choice of, if I want to do this job, not I have to do this job. And if they're not paying what I want, or if I care about the material, I can decide it by choice because I have this, and I have that. And that's why I always say, like, while you're looking at people telling them they're doing too much, maybe you're not doing enough.
You're not doing enough.
Get another job.
I be telling my friends, y'all post that content. People don't understand what like building your brand can do for you.
Man, it changes everything.
Your brand, I didn't understand until I got into these rooms that my face gave me leverage in business.
My mama told me, when you wear an outfit, the outfit's more expensive. Get into it.
Get into it.
Get into it.
Get into it.
What you touch, it's because of you. Girl, I love that. You better put these people on. So there's another thing I want to talk about and get your...
Duvall, I'm going to end that right there. Do people understand that some people got to get into it? It's okay to just be a basketball player, but you got to build your brand if you want to make money outside of being a basketball player. And I think sometimes people forget that that's one of the reasons why some of these ladies are a little bit further than others. What you think? Is the ball still there? Or he fell off?
And I muted myself.
Oh, okay.
The crowd wanted me to shut the hell up, but I muted myself on accident. First of all, KeKe Palmer looking like Angela Bassett. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get that.
She do look like Angela Bassett, younger daughter.
Yeah, Akila and the Bee. We gotta get that straight now. Second of all, I think about this just a moment ago. Though I'm going back to that moment, because they both changed the game in different ways. Caitlin changed the game with her basketball play, and Sabrina was playing that style of play before her. But for whatever reason, she got the credit. So now she became the female Steph Curry. And so, her fame got caught on because of that. Angel changed the game because she mastered that moment to add to her personality and her business acumen. And so now she told everyone behind her, hey, you don't have to just be a basketball player. You don't have to just get basketball-related money. You could get money from other things too, being a fashion model, being a podcaster, being a, say a spokesman. Everything is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And so they changed the game in both ways because both elements was needed for them to really maximize their brand and their credentials when it comes to their financial gains. And so that's where the blueprint is at. So now we start to see, because like I said before, let's just say the Met Gala, for example. Yeah, Brittany Griner did it 1 year before Angel. Yes. But nobody really talked about it. Moment Angel did it, it became cool. Then the year after, all of a sudden, Brianna Stewart doing it. Flau'jae did it. Sabrina Ionescu did it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple more WNBA players that did it. And so now, the next year, it's going to be Asia that's going to be doing it. She's 2 years too late. She should have did it 2 years ago. But neither here nor there. Asia going to do it. And I'm pretty sure a few more going to do it, that year. So now, even with the Victoria's Secret runway, Angel did it. So next year now, you talking about Sophie Cunningham, she want to get involved with that. Who knows what other WNBA players want to get involved with that. So it's like, y'all can't just stay, y'all can't just stay in a box. At some point, you have to make yourself uncomfortable to maximize your situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I think Angel taught all the women WNBA players and college players at this moment. Don't be comfortable. Go outside your box. Try some stuff. Even if it don't work, at least try something to see that, if something out there for you to maximize your brand.
Yeah, I think people underestimate, and I know people say, like your mama said, Asia was busy, she couldn't do it. But I would say this: I think people underestimate brand recognition, and it's one thing I can attest to from the college that I follow, that I love, and I've been following since I've been a little girl, is your brand. People underestimate. They always talk about, well, this person in South Carolina that won this many more games than you, right? Me and Duvall had this conversation. Mm-hmm. When y'all ever gonna beat South Carolina?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But which is a valid question, right? But does that stop from the brand that LSU has perpetuated over the years?
Nope.
They still consider one of the, even though before that moment, they wasn't a great basketball program, women's basketball program.
Not at all.
Not at all. But because they are a part of a brand, mm-hmm. they were always mentioned.
Yes.
So even if you're having a good season or not having a good season, your brand remains. And it goes, like KeKe Palmer was saying, in and out of your profession. So say, like, we'll just use Asia as an example. If she wasn't as phenomenal as she was, mm-hmm. where would she be?
Good question.
She has the benefit of being a phenomenal basketball player. So she has the luxury of just leaning on that because she's so phenomenal on the basketball court. Mm-hmm. But Asia is a small percentage of players that are going to be in the W.
Yeah.
So the rest of them, they better start trying to grow their brand because basketball does not last. You might, 10, the women's average is 10 years, if it's that? Is it that?
If that.
5? So, but it don't just happen in a bottle. Nothing happens, even with that explosion with Angel and Caitlin. The groundwork had to already been laid for Angel before that moment. Yeah, or she would have been caught off guard.
Yeah, the groundwork was laid from Serena Williams in 2008. Because Serena Williams, remember when she was having those tennis matches, she used to try to be a fashion icon too, and she used to wear the cat suits and everything else.
Yes.
So she's
Serena.
the first one to start it.
Yes.
Serena's the first one to start, but it really ain't catch on like that. When Andrew did it, that's when it started catching on with these other athletes. Like, hey, why we keep putting ourselves in a box instead of maximizing
in her sport? But Serena was an international star.
Of course.
Yes.
But it wasn't catching on like that with women's sports when it comes to them maximizing their brand beyond their playing field. That's what I'm saying. Because Serena Williams wasn't a
well, you know, tennis is a one person.
Yeah, what I'm saying. She wasn't a tennis player and a supermodel. She wasn't a tennis player and a fashion model. Angel Reese is a basketball player and a supermodel and a fashion model and a podcaster. That's different. And like I said at that time, and this is what y'all write about social media. It wasn't social media out back then. So even though we knew about Serena doing the fashion stuff in addition to her playing tennis, but because, you know what I'm saying, word ain't travel like that, it didn't really catch on to other athletes to do the same thing. It just, like I said, it just stayed within her.
I will say this, and I know what you're talking about, hog balls, but you know, people, you know how we have recency bias, hog ball. You know, before the Don Staley era, yeah, it was belt ass. At South Carolina. But you know, people got recency bias. They act like they've been like this for 50, 60, 70 years. You know, we had Hall of Famers at LSU. You right.
Yeah.
But people got recency bias in this social media era. They forget about all that. They only talk about what's going on right now. And you got the Doloreses acting like all the great basketball players came from South Carolina, and that's not true.
Nah,
Tennessee was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Y'all. But there's recency bias going on right now.
It is recency bias because the Lord keep telling y'all that Asia don't want to come outside, but they don't see it on Jennifer Hudson show, and I'm seeing on Good Morning America. Then I'm seeing on Time Magazine, Article of the Year.
You make time for what you want to do, DeVoe.
But they say she don't want to come outside. They a liar.
No, they lied.
They lied.
Dolores don't know. Everybody likes going outside, except for Dolores, I guess.
Yeah.
You can control. Here's the thing. Even when you're branding yourself, you can control how you brand yourself.
Of course.
You don't have to let people into all your business unless you want to. I mean, I know they got people that are reality TV stars, and they still a lot of that stuff is scripted. Y'all, they're not really letting y'all into their real life. They are choreographing a brand so they can sell other things, so they can be brand ambassadors for other things, and hopefully parlay that into their own businesses, aka Kim Kardashian. That's what they trying to do, so they can have true generational wealth to be able to hand down a company or something to their kid, because they can't hand down their face to their kid. They trying to hand down a business, something tangible, land, like Flau'jae was saying, to the next generation. So they will have it just a little bit more easier than they had it. But everybody needs a moment. Kim Kardashian, we're not going to even talk about her moment, but she had a moment and she capitalized on it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a moment to.
But we're going to say Kim Kardashian was pimped out.
I'm just going to tell you this.
Even on
social, think about this. Even on social media, even on YouTube, at some point, one of your videos got to go viral.
Yep.
And then people know who you are. We are all slave to the algorithm.
Yep.
That's all this is. You got to get sports, acting, entertainment. You got to be on the lips of other people. Now, sometimes the unknown actor gets the role, but most of the time they get into the right role at the right time, and boom, you like, well, where this person been? Hell, what was it, like Morgan Freeman? I think it was. He said he was like in his 40s, man. He been acting before that.
Yeah, so he said, "Free Mr. Clark, free Mr. Clark, free Mr. Clark."
He was like, what, in his 40s, approaching his 50s when he got his big break? He had been acting before that.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
So
and I'll be your friend. Stop cutting me off, Lakeisha. When I'm singing,
shut up. Don't
cut me off.
See, let me tell you what the problem is with some of these ladies. They don't want to go through the gauntlet, like we say on YouTube. They don't want to go through the gauntlet of the first year. You like, shit, ain't nothing happening. I don't know. You know what I mean? I got a couple of followers. I got 1,000 followers. Okay, 5,000, 10,000. And then a lot of people give up, And then some people don't. They like, no, I'm going to still keep doing my thing, keep doing my thing. If Angel wouldn't have been ready for that moment, her people would have been scrambling. She might have would have got the wrong people because she'd have been scrambling. Because not everybody coming to you. Let me manage you. And she like, no, I already got a manager. We good.
See, I gotta say something to your mama. I know you ain't talking about my singing when you go to church every Sunday and all them church ladies can't sing. The church is the only place where you can't sing, you can't criticize their ass. So I know you ain't talking about me, your mama. Let me do my thing. Let me sing. It's about to be Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the Christmas spirit.
Duvall, Jacob said, Duvall, that was trash.
Hey, Jacob, see, I'm about to say something. So, I'm going to cool it. Happy holiday, brother. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. That's all I'm going to say.
He said that was trash. But the only reason why I showed this video is to let y'all know y'all need to put some respect on KeKe Brooks' name. Yeah, she get on your nerves.
Yeah.
But she managing her girl. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Flau'jae tried to get.
Maybe I need to call her and let her manage me. Hell, I don't know. Duvall, you think she'll take us on as a client?
I don't know, because I don't like how she made Flau'jae be moving. She had Flau'jae on that Nicki Minaj playing last year. You know what I'm saying? Always praise to Caitlyn. She got to get that MAG audience.
Look,
that what Nicki Minaj.
I'm gonna have to cut out all the parts where you talked about her before we reach out to her.
Yeah, I just replay her on her Twitter on timeline when she was talking about Angel all that time. No,
if we gonna get KeKe Brooks, I'm gonna have to go back through all because I'm gonna have to send her a link to the show, and I'm gonna have to go back through and just cut out all the ball parts. Talk about KeKe Brooks.
I'm telling you, man.
But KeKe Brooks I wasn't shocked by what went down because sometimes when you're a mama and people start talking about your child and your child gets into it, I am a parent that I let them handle their own business. But some parents ain't like me. They mama just they what you said. Mm-hmm. That's just like Camila Cardoso when the brother jump across that bar.
Yeah. He tried to fight King Kong and so she wasn't having that shit.
Her family ride for her, player.
Yeah, we find out, you know what I'm saying? If you're in Savannah,
Yeah. So I give her a little grace because when you're dealing with your kids, sometimes you forget that you are a business woman and you shouldn't even be engaging in none of that, especially with young people like that. You shouldn't even be in that conversation. But
you know what's so funny?
What?
That conversation only started because AR Senior was trying to correct that woman grandma. You shouldn't try to correct that woman grandma publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like you acting like that lady was slow, and that lady had a business in. So that lady said, you know what? We're going to see who's the slow one. And then she put Angel business out there.
That is the first time I seen Angel Reese Sr. respond to somebody on. I was like, oh, she ain't playing either.
Yeah.
She ain't playing either.
Yeah, because what's the lady name? Moki, she had to send everybody ass to the corner. You go over here, you go over here. Nah, we can't have this. You know what I'm saying? Man, Angel take off for 2 weeks and stuff and all that. We don't know what's going on behind that. You know what I'm saying?
No, Moki had to send everybody to the corner so, weeds don't get snatched. And, she's like, what's going on? I'm not getting in the middle of this black woman problems. I'm just going to send everybody home.
Moki said, where Ricky Lake at? Where Ricky Lake at?
I do not get paid to referee black women. No, that's not. That's not what I do.
She
so
said,
go ahead.
Mocha said, don't think we got to come. We like MAGA.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
She said, Flau'jae, you like MAGA? I like MAGA. But that's
you don't know if Flau'jae like no MAGA. You just a hater. You just a hater. You need to let it go, Duvall. Let it go. They had, the Flau'jae and Angel had a tip. Let it go, player. Let it go.
You know what the chat said they want me to sing again.
No, the chat didn't say that. The chat lying. They didn't say that shit.
Tell chat. Put a one in chat you want me to sing again.
Nobody wants you to sing. Nobody wants you to sing.
Cause I got one in me.
Look, Jemima, I know, but look, Jemima say, as a mother, you have to let your kids fight their own battle as well, so they can learn. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Jemima. But guess what? It is hard, Devon. See, Devon don't have. See, I got kids. It's hard. Your first instinct, because my mama first instinct, and look, y'all. My mama will run up on you about me. I'm a grown woman with kids. My mama will run up on you about me. So it's hard. It's hard. So my mama definitely would have been a momager.
Yeah. I got a lot of ones in the chat.
But some of Tula Play said -1.
-1, so I'll take that back. So I'm going to save it then. I'm going to wait till after the holidays. I had one in me. On Lakeisha.
What else?
I had one in me.
Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I had a good time. I love KeKe Palmer. KeKe Palmer is over. KeKe Palmer got her hands in everything.
KeKe one of them pick-me's though. She be putting Chris Brown on the show, and then
what's wrong with Chris Brown?
You know, with the background and all that, we ain't gotta talk about
that.
Let
Chris Brown come on the show. I like KeKe be doing game show. KeKe be doing movies. KeKe be doing podcast. KeKe be getting have a baby daddy calling her out with Usher. KeKe be having a mama taking care of all kinds of. KeKe is a real black personality. I love KeKe.
Yeah, her mama just like Flau'jae mama. She taking care of the brand. Her mama same one say Usher gay on the recorded phone call. Oh yeah, we read those text messages. KeKe mama just say she be doing too much too.
So I knew they was gonna connect. I knew who her and Big Four was connect. That's why I said let me sit down and watch this episode because I'm pretty sure they can connect. Because mama KeKe mama is still helping, and she's doing a good job.
Doing a good enough job, yeah.
You know what I like by some celebrities? Look, you look. I'm gonna take care of y'all, but y'all gonna do some work. You know, like now I'm not gonna just sit around here and waste my money. So I like them celebrities that have a family affair because everybody can't do it. Because some families, they'll take all your money and
ask what's your boy name? Well, he dead now, but dang, what? Different Strokes.
Oh, Gary Coleman.
Yeah, he had divorced his parents because he took all his money. Macaulay Culkin too. His parents took all his money.
I don't think Macaulay Culkin even talked to his people.
He divorced them.
They made it so bad for that child. That child stopped acting.
Yeah, what do you call it? Emancipation? That we got emancipation, so they won't be.
But he had made enough money anyway. But Yeah, that child was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a family man and take care of my family. I've been watching. I listened to a couple of his, like his interviews now, and I be like, oh, that baby was going through it. Like,
Yeah, man.
Like he said, I was watching one interview. He was saying one of the things he liked to do with his kids is that he contributes to his girlfriend, that she's such a wonderful mom, because he says she's doing things I never saw, and he was just talking about that. Nobody told him that they were proud of him, even though he was making the money for the family. Like, really?
Yeah, his song, his wife was I want to say her name, Wendy's song. She was an actor. She was an actress too. She
she is, like, for Disney at first, and then now. But he was like, just watching her be with their kids is something he has never experienced.
Yeah, because she was an actress for what's the show called? Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I love
I remember. I
love that.
She was one of my daughter's favorites.
And when she was on the boat, I loved that one. So, I was a Wendy Strong fan. And Ashley Tisdale fan. That was the white girl. Who. I keep up with my Disney stuff.
Yeah, I had both my kids were Disney. They wasn't her name Brenda Song.
Brenda Song. I thought Wendy Song.
Brenda Song. Yeah, my kids weren't Nickelodeon people. They were Disney people. So all the
Disney.
Disney.
Fact check me. You had to fact check me publicly.
Because I knew you was saying that girl name wrong.
You just told me that behind the scene. You had to fact check me publicly.
I'm just telling you, that child, and Macaulay Culkin, I was like, damn.
So your kids, they were Disney fans or Nickelodeon fans?
They were Disney. Most of the time.
So they were beefing then, because Nickelodeon and Disney were beefing. They
like some of the stuff on Nickelodeon, but most of the time it stayed on Disney. Because even if you talk to Macaulay Culkin's brother, he kind of says the same thing. He was in that show I used to like on HBO. What's the name of that show? Oh shit! Y'all gonna make. I used to love that show. Now y'all gonna make me go look it up because I can't.
Yep. Nickelodeon had some good shows too. You had iCarly. You had
his brother name is Kieran Culkin, and he was on that show. That was on HBO. What was it called? Damn it!
It's not good radio on Lakeisha. You typing while you trying to.
Shut the hell.
Not good radio. You gotta do it off the dome like me.
I can't be doing it off the dome. Sometimes I'll be forgetting. God damn it! Somebody tell me that show. I know y'all know it.
It'll come to you.
No, it won't. It won't come to me. Hold on.
Well, anyway, when you said Nickelodeon, you had
Succession.
Succession. Well, I don't know what the hell that is.
Go watch it. It was good. He was on Shameless. I don't know about Shameless. Shameless is one of them shows I couldn't get through. I just couldn't get through it. It was a lot of dysfunction going on.
First of all, I gotta talk to ADP. You don't be saying no stuff behind the scenes. ADP, you get your pen under control. I be like, they be fighting up in there.
Thank you for the new Marvel clip. Thank you.
You might need some security up in there, ADP. You might need some security up in your club, because I heard they be fighting on the panel. Yeah, all y'all be fighting.
Yeah, Jacob say a lot of people like Shameless. Don't get me wrong. I think they had about 11, 12 seasons of that. I just was like, oh my God, what is he doing? This is dysfunction.
I heard Bro Claw be fighting in the club. Bro Claw be fighting in the club.
He always fighting.
I said, put the drink down before you go in. That's ADP club. You can't be fighting up in there.
No, he get triggered just by ADP saying gummy bears.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So y'all, so you gotta get some security up in there. You know, so y'all be fighting up in there too much. I don't be up long enough to see the fights. I just hear about it.
ADP said, yes, I do need YouTube security. Hey, we about to go up. Yeah, we about to get up off here. The ball has homework. He has to go watch Succession.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it. Got a couple of awards for that. It was on HBO. And that's when I got really introduced to his I think it's his younger brother. He looked like him. He just got darker hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But both of them gave interviews with their parents. I don't know about their parents. I don't, even though they had all this success going on, their parents didn't seem like it was,
I
it
think
was
Macaulay
nice.
Culkin, he still get residuals for Home Alone 2, because I didn't think he got residuals for Home Alone 1. But I think he get residuals for Home Alone 2.
Yeah, because that movie was so big that they play that movie every year.
It's huge.
He kind of like Mariah Carey with the Christmas song. Yeah.
I was gonna sing, but I ain't.
You don't never have to work again. You don't. Everybody remembers the home. Even this year's generation know who the Home Alone kid was.
Lakeisha, I was about to sing it, but I ain't.
Don't sing. That's why I kept talking.
I was about to do it, but I ain't feeling it. I don't feel it now. I ain't in the mood.
Tula plays says she grew up on Peppa Pig.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you about something about Home Alone.
What?
Home Alone, they usually say like the sequel's like usually worse than the original.
Mm-hmm.
Home Alone sequel is probably better.
I like 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that rarely happens. Cause even like on what's the show called? Like Godfather. Godfather 1 was fantastic. That's the classic. Mm-hmm. Godfather 2,
yeah.
And even like Rocket 1 was good. Rocket 2 was good. Rocket 3 was goodish. And then Rocket 4 was like, you know what, you need to hang that up. And then Rocket 5.
I love Rocket 4.
Nah, you don't like Drago.
I like Drago.
You don't like Drago.
Liked him.
Nobody want to go to Russia.
I want to go to Russia and run through the ice.
Yeah, nobody want to go to Russia. And then Rocket 5.
I ain't like all that crying at the
end. And then Rocket 5, Tommy Kid was fighting in the streets. What is his name Tommy? Rocket Kid was fighting in the streets. I think ain't the kid name was Tommy?
Yeah, one of them. I don't know. It got dicey after 4.
Yeah, 5, and then 6 was all right. You know what I'm saying?
And then when he rebranded for the Creeds, I liked all the Creeds.
Yeah, the Creeds were good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Creed 1 and 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All 3 of them were good.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do a Creed 4.
Mm-hmm. They say it's in the works, but it's going to transition from Michael B. Jordan to his daughter.
Yeah, because
he getting older. He can't be running around with
And then you can't put Jonathan Majors on there. You'll trigger white people, white women. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors.
I don't know what they triggered for. Jonathan Majors was the one running.
Yeah, I know it, but I ain't. We see that court. We see that court case. We see what.
All I know is when I looked at the video, it was Jonathan Majors who was running from that girl.
Jonathan Major had a Shannon Sharp situation going on.
We gotta go. If we sit up here and talk about movies and stuff, y'all have a great Christmas. Yes. Let me know in the comments what Christmas movie you're gonna watch, no matter what. For me, it's always The Grinch. I don't know why we are obsessed in my family, and every year we gotta watch Jim Carrey do his thing because he's a fool like Duvall.
Yeah, and
so. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies. That's probably gonna pay Jim Carrey for the rest of his natural life.
And my favorite Christmas song we got to listen to was the Temptations Silent Night. So
I do like that one.
If you got YouTube, and I know all y'all got YouTube because you're watching us, go Google Silent Night by the Temptations and drink some coffee. And call your girl or call your dude and say you want a little something.
And Tula plays. I'm glad you said that. Me and my son are going on. We're going Christmas Day to watch Avatar. We love the Avatars. We rolling up after we eat. We rolling up to the spot.
Yeah, I like the Avatars.
To watch the blue people.
Yeah, I watch 1 and 2. I like
the third one is out. We're gonna be out there on Christmas Day.
Y'all ain't gonna watch David?
Huh?
Y'all ain't gonna watch the new movie David? I can't breathe Afraid.
No, shut the hell up.
That's
We
a new
gonna
movie.
watch Fire and Ash. And I know my son is ready because he came up here right before this podcast started and said, "What we doing? What we doing? What we going? What we doing?" I said, "Yeah, we going."
Everybody like David. That's the new movie. They're coming out tomorrow.
Anybody care about that?
Yeah, ADP want to watch David, and she wants to. I can't be afraid.
I need you to stop. That's what I.
That's the movie. That's the movie. And before we get off, ADP, if you having the D block tonight, is you having the D block? Is you bringing Christmas in? You let me know in the chat. Is you bringing Christmas in?
She need to be wrapping gifts for them babies instead of messing around with y'all.
Is you bringing Christmas in on the D block? You just let me know so I can stay awake.
So stupid. No, she said she baking. She got to bake tonight.
Well, no D block for y'all then.
All right, y'all got me for 2 hours because I got off early from the workplace today. They said go and enjoy your Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. So I said yes. So now I got to go get my food together and make sure I get my cash apps from everybody because I don't even shop that much no more. You know, y'all, I got a whole bunch of grown children, but I did forget about the G baby, so I'm gonna have to go out there and get him something. But he ain't but 10 months, so he don't even know he in the world. So
Lakeisha, I forgot to post my cash out for, you know what I'm saying, doing the donate for Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In Christmas spirit, but it's too late. So I
ain't worried about you tripping.
I ain't worried about it. It's too late.
We're gonna have to have us a Christmas Day show now.
Yeah. So I can get some cash
but yeah, I need to run out here and get something for the little munchkin to play with at the house, you know, because I was so used to just sending cash apps to people, Devar, because all my kids are grown. You know, good ninja, you might get a $25. Everybody getting 25.
Yeah, I need it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody get even though my older children would complain and talk about, they ain't like it's a great Christmas. You know, they don't buy us a whole bunch of gifts like they used to. What the hell, y'all grown? Me and their daddy was like, okay, I'm leaving the group chat. They was in there complaining, Deval.
I feel you.
All right then. Hey y'all, Merry Christmas. We out of here. Thank you, Deval, for rolling up here.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Peace.
Peace.